Okay, everyone, I think we are ready to start. So let's begin with our warm-up. It's a little bit of an extended kind of movement flow this evening. So just kind of pay attention to all the changes that we're going to be going through. We're actually going to start in our deep squat position, or just kind of a squat. You can be off of your heels if you want, that's absolutely fine. Holding on to our big toes, and you're going to stay holding on to them as you extend your legs up and then coming back down. You might want to widen your stance a little bit, and we're just going to do 10 of those. So 10 kind of squat to stand, but holding on to that big toe and coming all the way down into that deep squat. So just slowly working your way through that. Please don't force yourself into that top position. My knees are still a little bit bent, so don't worry about having straight legs. It's just the start of the warm-up. So 10 squat to stand. And then from there, left knee is coming into that kneeling position, and the right foot is coming out to the side. You're going to place that left hand down onto the floor, and we're going to take 10 openers towards that extended leg. So 10 thoracic openers on this side. And then swapping over once you've done 10 into that right knee, left leg extended. And then we're going to come down onto the floor. If your foam roller is nearby, you can use that to support our knee. We're going to come into a side lying position. The bottom leg, so that's my left leg, is going to stay out long on the floor. My right knee is just going to come onto my foam roller. It doesn't matter if you don't have a foam roller nearby, it's okay. Lying on our side, palms together, and then we're going to windmill our arm round to the back, and then forward again. So we're going to take 6 of those. So 6 each arm of the windmill. So once you've done 6 on this side, move on to the other side. So 6 full movements there and back. And then swapping over to the other side. Right leg on the bottom, left knee coming onto that little prop on the side. Making sure you're giving yourself enough room. I haven't. So yeah, make sure there's enough room for the hand to come overhead and out to the side. So moving through 6 on the other arm. And then we're going to come up into a tabletop position once we've done that. So coming onto tabletop position, we're just going to take some fire hydrants, 5 forward, 5 back. Getting bigger if we can every time. So 5 forward, still working on those kind of slow movements, just making them very specific. And then once you've done 5 each direction, move on to the other leg. And then we're going to stay in that tabletop position because we're going straight into thread the needle. But with this one, we're going to thread the arm through and use the other one to open up behind us. Then back to that tabletop position, and then do it the other way. And we're going to do that for 10, so 5 each side. Those thread the needle with that extra bit of opening for the thoracic spine. Good work, everybody. And then once we have moved through 10 of those, we're going to do our down dog to up dog positioning. And again, we're just going to take 6 of those. So from downward dog, move it, rippling forward. I want you to come over this time and then down into that up dog position. Ripple the spine all the way back up to that downward facing dog and then ripple it forward again. So 6 of those. And then find a wall near you that's free. And let me just figure out what we're doing here. Yes, okay, so we want, I haven't done this in a while, I need to figure out what I'm doing. Okay, so you can see that my right hand side is next to the wall, my left knee is up, and so we're in that kind of kneeling position. The hands are going to meet at the wall, and then we're just going to open up round the back. So that left hand's coming round the back, right arm staying on the wall. 10 on one side, 10 on the other. So 10 one way, then swap over, 10 the other way. Making sure that knee is not wobbling, make sure it's stable. It's not going in or out. And then once you've done that, come back onto the floor into a seating position. Grab your juice bottles if they're nearby. And we're just going to do the hip hurdles that we have done in the last couple of sessions. So 10 touches in total, coming over the juice bottle. Propping yourself up with the hands behind you, nice and tall seat. And then swapping over to the other foot once you've done 10 heel touches onto the floor. And then I'm just going to quickly send the main session into the chat, and then I'm going to go back to my mat because I'm just going to quickly go over what we're doing. Okay, so I have just sent the main exercises of tonight's session into the chat. So we're just going to quickly go over them. We've done this before where on a time limit, 30 seconds on with 20 seconds rest. We're working through loads of balance and stability exercises. You guys desperately need that. It's super important, even in swimming when we're supported by water all the time. If anything, that makes it more important because you guys need to be safe on dry land. So that's why we're doing this kind of thing. So I know we've done this before. I'm going to tilt my camera up just briefly so we can see. but I'm still going to go over them just in case some of you weren't in that last session. So our first exercise we're going to be doing for 30 seconds is our cross leg squat. So we've done this a few times. Doesn't matter which foot you start with because we're going to do 30 seconds on the other side. So bringing that foot up to the knee and then just coming down into that squat position. Take time to not put your foot down. Take time to think about what the feet are doing. How are they balancing? How are they helping you balance? And try and keep that arch up. The way we do that is we kind of ground down through the toes and we kind of come out onto the outside of our feet. So we're not rolling in on our feet. So we're doing cross leg squat on both sides. And then we have lateral hop and stick. So if you've got enough room, you can actually zigzag, but remember, it was just very much kind of a speed skater moment. So just moving to the side, sticking the landing, hopping to the other side, keeping that knee stable, okay? So trying to focus on what's going on, what's stabilizing the legs. Then we're down onto the floor. We can use our foam rollers for this if we're feeling confident. Last time we did this, we did have the foam roller, so stabilizing it on the lower back, and you're going to try and do some bird dogs with the foam roller on your spine, not letting it roll off, so having to adjust. So very slow movement. If you don't have a foam roller, you can do it without, and just make it a very kind of precise movement there. And then we have single leg deadlift. We've done this loads. You guys should be so good at this by now. I'll allow you to put your foot down between reps. So hinging at the hips and coming down and then back up. But like I said, I'll allow you to put your foot down between reps. We're not wanting to fatigue the muscles here. We're just wanting to challenge that balance. So we're going to do both sides for that. Then we have flutter kicks on side. We've got a lot of exercises this evening. Flutter kick on side, so coming right onto that hip, stacking the hips, coming into streamline. You're then going to lift the legs up, and if you're feeling super strong, lifting the body up so you're really in one line like we would be in the pool, and then gently kicking. So scissoring the legs, and you'll feel yourself wobbling back and forward. Try and control that. We're going to do both sides on that as well. And then we're going into roll to stand. We've done this before. So rolling and coming up, standing straight up, driving through the heels. Then we have plank to side plank. We've done that before. You can either do it in this position or down on the elbows, but rotating to the side and then back to center. And then we have kickboard tree pose. I promise we're almost there. So this is where you need your kickboard, having one of the feet balanced just on the knee or further up the leg, the thigh if you want, and just holding this position. Kickboard is above your head and just focusing, staying there for 30 seconds. Last one, this is where you're going to need things like your socks. 4 positions, one in front, one at each side and one behind you. Don't do it that far, I just do them miles away. But we're going to touch on one single leg, we're going to touch each point, so try and reach towards them. I put them way too far. So forward, to the side. There's one behind me here, so really reaching for that. And then the last one, you're curtsying, so coming through to touch the last one at your side. Like I said, we're going to be doing that on both sides. So yes, many exercises. I will be talking us through it, don't you worry. But those are our balance exercises for this evening. I like to keep you guys on your toes. Okay, I've overwhelmed you. Has anyone got any questions? Are we all happy? Super. Okay, guys. Right, up onto our feet. And I'm going to turn my timer up so you can hear what's going on. Okay. So we're going to go all the way through this one round, and then I'll decide time-wise where we're at after this first round. Okay, guys, going in 10 seconds. You start on whatever leg you wish. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Nice and controlled. I'm feeling extra wobbly today. Nice. Good.
Halfway there.
No arms flailing yet. We're doing well. Strong start. Rest there. Shake the leg off. We're going to swap on to the other leg. We have 20 seconds rest, 15 now. So swapping to the other leg for our single leg squat. Okay. And off we go. Whoa. Some wobbles there. Who's moved on to their weaker leg? I think I see some. Good job.
Halfway there.
Nice. Okay. Okay, rest there. Next one is our hop and stick to the side. So remember, lateral hop and stick. We're going in 10 seconds. Remember, hold that position at the side for a count of 3. Okay, 2, 1, off we go. So 1, 2, 3, hop to the other side. 1, 2, 3. That's what we're looking for. Nice and controlled. Oops, cheeky toe down there for me. Good job.
Halfway there.
Lovely, guys. We'll be speed skaters in no time. Good. Rest there, down onto the floor. If you want to grab your foam roller, now is the chance to do it. Coming into bird dog. So use this time to set yourself up. Okay, off we go.
Let's go.
Nice and controlled. Leg straight out, arms straight out. The key here, don't cheat, don't arch your back. Neutral spine.
Halfway there.
Very good, guys. Oh, some foam rollers lost there. I definitely saw that. Oh. Okay, rest there. Next one, back up onto our feet, single leg deadlift. Either using a juice bottle as a little bit of help or hands on hips and hinging at the hips. Okay, off we go.
Let's go.
Control. Usually I would actually get you guys to hold onto the back foot and reach. If you're feeling adventurous, you can do that if you want.
Halfway there.
But if you're choosing to do this, make sure that knee is staying in line, not pulling out to the side. Rest there. And then we're going to swap over to the next leg. So you can choose to do it the ice skating way if you wish, or the yoga way, which is hinging at the hips, holding onto that foot and reaching. So we've got options. Okay, 3, 2, 1, off we go. I think I'm going to stay with our classic single leg deadlift. Some beautiful ice skaters
Halfway there.
in the group tonight. Rest there. Okay, next one, down onto the floor. Flutter kicks on our side. So remember, stacking those hips And then just before we go, lifting the legs and the arms up. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Lovely. Control that kicking, not too fast. Try and do wide kicks, throwing you off balance. Nice.
Halfway there.
And I should not have to tell you guys, we always kick from the hips, so those that are kicking from the knees, you know what you're doing wrong. So, rest there, swapping over onto the other side. I should not be having to give a master class on how to kick. Everybody, come on now. So onto our side. Okay, off we go.
Let's go.
So the leg should be straight. Remember, nice and slow and controlled. Slow, slow.
Halfway there.
We want it to be slow because that's throwing us off balance, that's challenging us. 2, 1, rest there. Okay, and we're going into roll to stand, so you need to just stay on the floor, roll to stand. Okay, off we go. Committing to that landing.
Halfway there.
Ooh. Okay, rest there. Next one, plank to side plank. So just rotating to each side from that starting position. You choose whether it's high plank or low plank.
Let's go.
Off we go. Always returning to that center position.
Halfway there.
Adjusting yourself there. Rest there. Right, up onto our feet. Kickboard tree pose. So grabbing those kickboards and let's get set up. Okay, 2, 1, up we go. Drive that knee back. Push that foot into the side of the leg. Arms right overhead. Focusing on a point.
Halfway there.
Don't push out with that hip to the side. Make sure we're staying upright.
I'll just go replace it with another laptop, I guess.
Rest there. Cool. And we're going to go on to the other side. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Push that knee out. Coming up. Whoa. Very wavy tree for me. So one side is definitely going to be better than the other.
Halfway there.
Holding, holding. Lovely trees. Rest there. Okay, quickly grab your 4 points, your 4 markers, and put them around you. Not too far, of course. They should be within a reasonable reach of your feet. Okay, off we go.
Let's go.
And you can do these in any order. I'm just gonna go clockwise. And then remember that curtsy to the side.
Halfway there.
Good work. Holding that position on that leg.
Rest.
Rest there. One more side to do, then we'll have a bit of rest before we go into round 2. Okay, other leg. Off we go.
Next round.
Good work. That curtsy squat, really challenging the balance.
Halfway there.
Just a quick tap on each point. Good work. Okay.
Well done.
Rest there, guys. Well done. We will take a minute's rest before we go for another round. So grab your juice bottles, just have a wee drink, just chill out. And we'll get going in a minute's time. So remember all the key points as we go through. I will always shout them out. But one of the biggest things is what our feet are doing. So have a think about that as we go through. Checking in on your arches as we do each balance exercise. Okay, guys, just set the timer up again. Okay, we are going in 10 seconds. Round 2. Back to cross leg squat. 3, 2, 1. Off we go, lovely. What can you change from
Halfway there.
last time? Good. Some arms flailing there. Rest there. Swapping over to that other leg. Okay. Off we go. Pushing that bum back like we're sitting down into a chair. Straight down.
Halfway there.
And rest there. Next exercise is our lateral hop and stick. Remember, 3-second pause in that single leg position. Okay. Okay, off we go. Hold, hold, hold. Jump as if you're going over a hurdle, so up and over. Good. Up and over.
Halfway there.
Not just to the side. We are jumping over something. That's it. Stick that landing. Okay, rest there. Down onto the floor, bird dog with foam roller. Get yourself set up. You have 10 seconds before we start the exercise. Okay.
Let's go.
See if we can get a full screen, keeping those foam rollers on your back. Good. Good.
Halfway there.
And rest there. Back onto our feet, single leg deadlift. Remember, you can take whichever variety you want to. Okay, 2, 1, off we go.
Halfway there.
Rest there, swapping over legs. Okay. Doing really well, guys. Something a little bit different. 2, 1, off we go. Just putting your mind to something that's not hard work in the way that we're breathing heavy, just a lot of concentration.
Halfway there.
Okay, rest there. Next one, down onto the floor, flutter kicks on side. Let's make those kicks better this time, coming right from the hip. The hip is the thing that's driving the kick, so there should be no movement from the knees. Just a nice straight leg, brushing forward and back. So my knees are not going anywhere. Already seeing some knee kicks, you know who you are. Your knees should not be bending. I don't know if I can give any more clues. Rest there, swapping over sides. Right, in standing position, this is what my kick looks like. Okay, my knees are not bending. Hinging at the hips, none of this. Okay, swimming master class on land, people. Off we go, other side.
Halfway there.
Good. Slightly better. Two, one, rest there. Next exercise, roll to stand. Making sure there's enough room for you to roll into that standing position. Okay. 3, 2, 1, off we go.
Let's go. Halfway there.
Good work, everyone. Rest there. Into plank, side plank. The last couple of exercises. Nice work. Leading with that elbow, opening up to the side. Rest there, okay. We need our kickboards up onto our feet for our tree pose. Hopefully it's not a windy day in the woods today. Let's see if we can keep that stable. Okay, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Not a good start for me already. There we are. Once you pick that thing to focus on, you should be steady.
Halfway there.
Holding, really nice. I notice some people are feet are sliding down the legs. Don't worry, mine are also doing that. Just need some adjustment. 2, 1, rest there. Yeah, it's pretty tough with leggings. So if your feet are sliding down, don't worry, you're not the only one. Okay, last tree pose and then one more exercise. 2, 1, off we go on each side. Hold. Beautiful. You all did that very coordinated, I like that.
Halfway there.
In 5, 2, 1, rest there. If they're still set up, we've got our 4-point toe touches to finish off. Let's see if we can reach a little bit further this time in each position. Set yourself up right in the center. 2, 1, off we go.
Let's go.
You guys would be great with this. And this is all stuff that you can do in your own time.
Halfway there.
Very important skills. It was always a struggle for me to even get up in the blocks, so don't want that to be any of you. Rest there. One more side, and then we are done. Okay, 5 seconds. 2, 1, off we go, last effort. Nice. Very delicate touches there. And to the side, lovely.
Halfway there.
Three, 2, 1. Well done, guys. Good job. Just for this evening, you probably didn't realize it, but you were actually working your core quite a lot there. So because it is recovery week as well, I wouldn't want to push it too much and do more core. You were working on it there. So we're actually just going to go right into stretches, guys. If you have any requests of stretches, just shove them in the chat just now. I have some at the top of my head that I'd quite like to do with you guys. But if there are any requests, just let me know. And I will keep my eye out on the screen. Any quad and hip flexor stretches, cool. Nice. Okay. Right, we are gonna start on the floor. This is one I was wanting to do anyway. It is butterfly pose. I think we might do this on our backs actually. So just really opening the hips. So feet touching together. And then roll yourself back onto the floor. Hips just melting towards the ground. And trying to just let that lower back come down onto the floor as well. So don't arch the back to try and protect the hips, because obviously they're going to be feeling a wee bit of a stretch just now. So just try and melt that lower back down onto the floor. And we're just gonna stay here for a little bit longer. So just letting the knees naturally fall down out to the side. And then big deep breath, take the knees back in. And we're gonna come round onto our fronts. So we're going to go into a bit of a supported quad stretch. So you're gonna take one of the legs up behind you, so bending at the knee. And you can take the arm round the side and just gently hold the foot, pulling that foot in towards the glutes, in towards your bum. Just nice and gently though. So the leg shouldn't be lifting off of the ground, so keep that thigh on the floor. And it should just be a bend in the knee, heel just coming as close as it can. And you can use the other hand just to rest your head on if you want. Okay, and then slowly releasing that leg and swapping over. So grabbing the other leg, holding onto the foot. And keeping those kind of knees in together as much as you can. So obviously the wider out that knee is, the less the stretch you're gonna get. Exactly the same as if we were doing this standing up. Just a little bit longer here. And then slowly releasing that foot. Now just from where we are just now, just gonna come up onto our elbows, just a gentle back bend to start off with. We're all just gonna stay here just now. So in what they call Sphinx pose. Nice, tall, long neck. Taking it away from the shoulders. And then if you want to, you can straighten the arms for a deeper back bend there. Remember, keep that neck nice and long as well, even in that position. And then slowly coming back down to the elbows again, just staying there for a couple of seconds more. And then finding your way up into tabletop position. So tabletop position. Then we're going to go into melting heart pose or cuppy pose. So walking the hands out in front of you, nice and far, keeping the hips where they are and just dropping the chest down to the floor. And then big deep breath, walk the hands back in towards the body. Okay, guys. And that is us done for this evening. Well done, and really good efforts on all that balance work. Some of you have come along nicely. I will see you guys at the weekend. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Thank you.
Thank you.